So good evening folks, and welcome to the channel My Trading Life, where we discuss the movement of the Nifty 50 and try to predict how the index would move in the future. So let us move to the 5-minute time frame chart and see how the Nifty had performed on the last trading session, that is on 16th of October. So on 16th of October, the Nifty opened with a gap up opening. However, it found a resistance at 11,780 level. Okay, and in the day, then later covered up the gap and trading in an ascending uh, triangular pattern. Okay, through the rest of the day. Okay, so however we didn't get a breakout for this pattern. Okay, but it found a strong resistance at around 11,780. Now this 11,780 was an important resistance level, because you can see over here, after the Nifty opened with a gap up opening on 8th of October, this particular resistance band, that is from 11,800 to 11,760, was acting as a support for the Nifty throughout this particular week, when after which the Nifty broke on this particular support on 15th of October 2020. Yeah, so now what could be the next movement for the Nifty, right? For that we could have a look at a certain international market. So let's have a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. Okay, so in the Dow Jones Friday session, okay, which is normally after our Nifty, okay, we could see that the index had a positive opening, that is with a gap up opening. However, after reaching the day's high of around 28,800, okay, this proved to be a resistance for the further movement, upward movement of the index. Okay, and it throughout the trading session, it formed a double top, and whose break, okay, so whose break basically came in the afternoon, and then the index closed back on at near the opening, forming basically an shooting star in the daily time frame chart. So you can see in the daily time frame chart, the index form a shooting star, which signaling a further maybe a further bearish sentiment in the movement of the index. Okay, now let's move on to the bank Nifty. Now what is happening in the bank Nifty? So let's see in the uh, fi uh, 5 minute time frame. Okay, so in the 5-minute time frame, you can see the bank Nifty is basically following this particular trend line. Okay, and however currently it is having a particular resistance at 23,600. Okay, so on Monday it would be important to us to see or to check basically whether this particular resistance of 23,600 is broken. If this particular resistance is broken, then the next resistance would come around 23,900. Okay, in all, summarizing what we have discussed up till now, the Nifty will basically open up in the positive if the bank Nifty is able to break through the 23,600 resistance. If the bank Nifty is not able to open cross that particular resistance, then we could see negative opening in the Nifty 50 index. Okay, and we could see a further downward movement in the Nifty 50 in the coming few days. Now another cautionary note for all is, if in the daily time frame chart, if you compare, so let's move over here. So if you compare this particular fall with this fall, so you can see that the trading or the movement is just similar to this particular movement. So you can see that the Nifty moved a little bit in the positive, and then we had a major fall on the downside, right? So similarly over here, we need to be very cautious as how the Nifty 50 is moving. Okay, and we need to take the positions cautiously. Okay, long positions cautiously, because there should not be we should basically prevent ourselves from any particular damage if the Nifty decides to go in the downward direction. Okay, so that's it from me today. I hope you like the analysis, and if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. So thank you for joining me, and if you like the video, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you all, and see you all tomorrow.